Hello everybody! Today I want to talk about Stardew Valley, so here's the gist. Stardew Valley at its core is a farming simulation game, but it's really so much more than that. There are countless ways that you can play the game to make it the most fun for you, such as focusing on farming, filling your farm with a ton of animals, that's my favorite, fishing, mining, or, just get married and become a sugar baby. Just kidding, your spouse doesn't do anything but occasionally make you breakfast. As many of these farming games starts, your grandfather is dead. But on his deathbed, he gave you a letter and tells you to open it when your city life becomes too much of a burden. Your character decides that they don't want to work for the evil Joja company anymore. They open that letter and find that dear old grandpa left you a farm in a place called Pelican Town. I'm not sure if this means you were his favorite grandchild or his least favorite grandchild though, because this place is an absolute wreck when you get there. Your inherited farm is overrun with weeds, trees, stray branches, and rocks, and the house is pretty small, and as Robin puts it, crusty. So, you're given some seeds and left about your business to turn this dilapidated piece of land into a thriving farm. Well, the first thing we're going to need to do is get this land cleared out and get these crops planted. Whew, did it. Of course, planting crops is the most obvious way for you to make money in this game, but there's a lot more that you can do to increase your profits outside of just plant, water, harvest, repeat. Wait a minute, a strange sound in the night? Huh, I wonder what that was. You can craft items like kegs or preserves jars to turn your harvested crops into more profitable items, such as putting fruit in either of these will yield you wine or jelly. Another great way to earn some money at the beginning of the game when you don't have upgraded tools yet is to go fishing or forage for flowers and vegetables around town. Oh hey, what's this? That's probably normal. I'll just put that here. Besides just the dirt and foliage, there are a few key features on your farm that we'll go take a look at. You have what was once a greenhouse, and when it is restored, you can use it to grow whatever crop you want no matter what season you're in. There is also a cave back here that you'll eventually be able to grow mushrooms in. Technically, you could also turn it into a fruit bat cave, but trust me on this, mushroom cave is better. In this back corner here, we also have Grandpa's shrine. Oh, it looks like there's still a note left on it here, and okay, we're just going to ignore that. You can also build new structures on your farm, like coops, barns, and silos so that you can keep animals, and you can also build sheds to keep all your junk in. And after just a few days, Marnie will show up on your doorstep one morning with a present. Depending on your animal preference that you choose when creating your save file, you will now have the chance to adopt that animal and keep it on your farm. Or, if you're heartless, you can decline to adopt the animal and it will go away. Talking to your pet every day and making sure that its water dish stays full is a great way to build friendship with your animal, and eventually it will tell you that it loves you. Well, the game will tell you that it loves you, not the cat or dog. Wait a second. Uh-oh. That'll probably be fine. So the next thing you'll want to do is go check out Pelican Town. This is where most of the villagers live and where a lot of the buildings that you'll be visiting often are located. You have Pierre's, where Pierre will sell you your seeds, cooking ingredients, and backpack upgrades. The front of Pierre's also has a billboard where you can see the villagers' birthdays, the town festivals, and you can accept requests for villagers for items. Meaning you bring them the item they want and they'll give you money in return, and you'll also probably gain friendship with them. At the clinic, you can buy medicine to replenish your health and energy from Harvey. You can donate artifacts and rare minerals to the museum to learn more about them. And depending on how many things you've donated, Gunther will even give you rewards. At the blacksmith shop, you can have Clint process your geodes to find things hiding inside of them, or he'll also upgrade your tools. North of town, you can find Robin's carpenter shop. Here you can buy resources like wood or stone and furniture for your house. This is also where you want to go to get other buildings for your farm like the coop or barn commissioned. Stardrop Saloon has a bar and an arcade, and pretty much everyone in town can be found hanging out here on Friday nights. Hanging out here and other places around town is a good way to start to get to know your neighbors and build your friendship levels with them. You'll have to go north of town though to find the home of the most important villager, in my opinion, that you should befriend, and that's Linus. Linus lives in a tent in the mountains and gets bullied by at least one person living in Pelican Town. Someone was throwing rocks at my tent last night. I just had to wait it out. I'm not crying, you're crying. Another great way to start to get to know the villagers is to talk to them during the festivals. Pelican Town hosts 2 festivals every season except for winter where they hold 3. Each festival has a different activity that you can take part in. For example, the first festival of the year is the Egg Festival. You can take part in the egg hunt, and if you win, you'll get a prize. Oh sweet, 8 eggs. That's pretty good. That's gotta be enough to win the... Also make sure you get everything that you want to do around the farm done before you go to the festival, because it'll be pretty late at night when you get back. Another big part of this game is marriage. That's right, Pelican Town has 12 eligible bachelors and bachelorettes just waiting for you to pick one of them. In terms of bachelors, you've got Alex, the arrogant jock, Fabio, the sensitive author, Harvey, the lonely doctor, Sam, the friendly musician, Sebastian, the rebellious loner, and Shane, the alcoholic. If you've got your eye on one of the bachelorettes, you can choose between Abigail, the musical gamer, Emily, the quirky seamstress, Haley, the conceited popular girl, Leah, the outdoorsy artist, Maru, the ambitious tinkerer, and Penny, the quiet homemaker. When you reach 8 friendship hearts with one of these eligible singles, you can give them a bouquet to ask them to be your boyfriend or girlfriend. Once you're dating, if you raise your friendship level with them to 10 hearts, you can give them a mermaid's pendant in order to propose to them. If they accept, you'll get married a few days later, and they'll move into your farmhouse with you. Depending on who you marry, they'll also add a small side room onto your house, and they'll fill up a little empty space back here on your farm where they can do some of their activities. After you're married, your spouse might make you breakfast or help with some of your daily chores. If your house is upgraded enough to where you have a nursery, at some point you and your spouse can even have children, whether they're adopted or biological. Another part of the game that I think is absolutely worth dedicating your time to is the community center. Not too long after you move onto your farm, the mayor will open up the community center for you, and he tells you about how it's fallen into disuse recently. He also tells you that the Joja Corporation has been trying to buy the community center for him, but he's held out until now. He does tell you though that if even one more person buys a Joja membership, he'll sell the center to them. Do not buy a Joja membership. The community center will be sold off to them, and there's no going back. Trust me, it's way better how it is now. Assuming the community center is not ruined, you will find it full of little sprites called Junimos. The first time you enter the community center, you'll find a little tablet, but you won't be able to read what it says. You're in luck though, because the next day the wizard will summon you to his tower, where he'll give you some mushrooms that will send you on an acid trip. After this, you'll be able to read the tablets. These tablets will lay out a few different collections that you'll need to gather specific items for. Completing these collections will reap different rewards, from receiving seeds to fixing bridges and even repairing that greenhouse on your farm. As you complete the collections, the community center will kind of repair itself and open up new rooms and new collections for you to start on. My best advice for being able to complete these collections as quickly as possible is just to save at least one of everything you make, find, or harvest in the game. This way, when a new collection comes up, you won't end up having to wait another year for a parsnip or something if you're already past spring. Finally, we need to talk about the mines. The first time you go to the mines, you'll be met by Marlin, who runs the Adventurers Guild. He gives you a sword and tells you that the mine has been abandoned for a really long time, so there are probably monsters down there. You'll have to use a ladder to get down into the mines for the first time, and then you can start using your pickaxe to break those rocks. Eventually, breaking a certain rock will expose a ladder, allowing you to descend further into the mines. The lower you go into the mines, the better ores you'll be able to find, but the stronger enemies you'll find also, so make sure you keep that sword at the ready. Once you reach level 5 of the mines, you'll unlock the elevator. The elevator allows you to return to the surface just like the ladder, but even better is it allows you to return to mine levels that you've already reached. Every 10 levels you'll reach a room that has a treasure chest in it, and that chest will have some sort of reward like boots or a new weapon that will make traversing the mines even easier for you. Also, don't do what I did here and go to the mines with your backpack already practically full, because then you won't be able to bring back all the cool stuff you find. I'm not very good at video games, guys. Also, you'll probably want to check out your TV in the morning before you head out on a mining expedition. Every day you'll be able to watch a show called Fortune Teller that will tell you how lucky you'll be that day. If you're going to be having really bad luck that day, you probably want to skip the mine because you're not going to get anything good out of it. Speaking of the TV, I would recommend checking it out every morning because you can get some good gameplay tips from living off the land and you can learn recipes from a show called Queen of Sauce. Alright, that's all I've got for you today. I'm sure like a lot of you, I go through sort of cycles of wanting to play one game constantly. Lately that game has been Stardew Valley, so here's this video. Like I said earlier, there are tons of different ways that you can play this game to make it the most fun for you. Like, I've seen videos of people who are absolutely trying to optimize their profits and fit like, I don't know, 150 kegs or something into a barn. That's not really my style. I'm more of a casual player. I like to build my pretty farm and make it look nice. But that's what's so great about this game, is that it is really accommodating for anyone that wants to play it. And this game was just made by one single person, which is absolutely insane to me. I can't even imagine how difficult that was. You did a great job though. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to be posting videos every single Wednesday, so go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you want to be notified when those go up. Also, like this video and leave a comment if you want to chat with me or if you want to suggest any video ideas that you want to see. Thank you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye!